The heating, hello and welcome to another Neimoidian collection video. Now before I begin, I just want to apologise for the recent time between videos as of late. I know I try to get videos up every 1 to 3 days, and lately that's been stretching it a bit to 4 or 5 days, and I do want to apologise for that. I haven't been terribly well lately, and as such I haven't been able to film until now. So before all this started, I only had a couple of pre-filmed videos, and I had to try and stretch them to make them last a bit. But things are a bit better now, and as you can see, I'm able to film, so hopefully we'll resume a more sort of normal uploading schedule from here on out. Now, you'll notice that the camera is actually pulled back quite a ways today. In fact, the tripod itself is actually balanced on my Neimoidian card folder, which we will take a look at in a later video. And that's because today we're going to take a look at one of the more recent and one of the biggest acquisitions in my collection, the 12-inch Sideshow Cad Bane in Denal disguise. Now before we go on to the actual figure, we're going to take a quick look at the box, as we have done before. I should say right off the bat, I don't know too terribly much about Sideshow figures. I have one other 12-inch. I have the Scum and Villainy Bib Fortuna, which I got in 2007, I think, as a reward for maintaining straight A's for 3 years or something to that effect. And I could actually do him at a later date. I actually took that one to Celebration 4 with me that same summer, and I actually got it signed by Michael Carter, which was really cool actually. It wasn't so much dragging around a great big huge box in a busy convention centre, so I did have to keep an eye on it, but yeah, I got the box signed and everything. It was absolutely brilliant. If there's any word about perhaps Corey Burton or any of the Clone Wars people being at Celebration London this summer, I might actually take this one with me and get it signed. Which reminds me, again, before I begin, I am going to be attending Celebration in London this summer. My other half and I are both going. We'll be there for all 3 days. We're still planning our costumes a bit. It's very likely It's very likely that we'll both be going as Neimoidians one day, me as Newt and him as Rune. So I'll give you more information on that later to the date. If you want to come and meet us or say hello or have a chat or something, I'll be sure to sort of post those details. I might even do a sort of a sketch giveaway. So some of you don't know, I draw a lot. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I thought what I might do is make maybe a series of sketch cards of various characters, not just Neimoidians, and if you come up to me, say hello, have a chat with me, and I'll give you a card for free. But more on that at a later date. For now, we're going to have a look at this absolutely gorgeous creature. Now, as I'm sure some of you can imagine, this figure has been literally a dream come true for me. I cannot tell you how long I have waited for and wanted a 12-inch Neimoidian or Duros. I thought they might do Newt or Rune when they did the Mechno chair, but that was a convention exclusive, so in the end it doesn't surprise me that they really didn't. I can't imagine them being too popular either, but when this was announced in 2014, I was absolutely over the moon. I pre-ordered it the first day and everything. I expected it to actually have been delivered in February of last year, but as I'm sure some of you are aware, Sideshow's delivery is delayed, to put it politely. I think it tended to coincide with some kind of dock strikes in America at one point. So rather than this being delivered in February, did I say? In February, this actually got pushed right into August of 2015. But yeah, and the day I got it, it was so far ahead I'd actually completely forgotten about it. Actually, it might have been July rather than August, I cannot remember, but all I remember is doorbell rang, delivery man turns up holding a big package. I had no idea what it was. I signed for it and everything. I thought, okay, well, my birthday's coming up. Has my mum sent me an early birthday gift? Has my other half sent me an early birthday gift? Is this something my other half has ordered? I don't know. I brought it in, put it down on the bed, I'm staring at it, and then I see the word Sideshow along the side of the box, and it hits me, and I start hyperventilating. But anyway, on to the actual figure. As before, have a quick look at the box. Lovely, lovely box. I absolutely love Sideshow's box designs. They haven't put any pictures of the actual Cad Bane character. He actually only appeared in this costume in one episode. It's been a while since I've actually seen that Clone Wars episode. I think it's part of the Holocron arc. The one where he tries to steal a holocron, then steals younglings, and finally steals clone armor. Good day for our Duros. So we've got some nice views of him in various poses. The figure comes with a ton of accessories, and we're going to get into that in a minute. Open the box. It's got magnet closure, very much like my Bib Fortuna box. So that says to me that they probably haven't changed their boxes too much in the last 10 years or so. Very blank interior. This is where the figure and all the accessories would go. Obviously, I've taken them out so I can actually show you. Very classy box. It's very minimalistic and very basic, but I do like the design. It's classy, it's stylish. The box itself is as much a collectible as the figure, I think. So we'll put that away for now. And I'll get out, whoops, that pulling him off of his stand. We'll get out the main man himself. Now, as much as I love this figure, I'm not going to deny that I think this was really just an excuse to get another clone trooper out there. I know Sideshow likes their clone troopers. I have friends who have their entire line. I cannot imagine how big that collection must be at this point, and I'm beyond impressed. Obviously, this is really the only one I'm interested in, but you know what, at the end of the day, it's a Duros. It's got a Duros head. I don't care about the hands. I don't care about anything else. It's a Duros, and that's it. So, speaking of which, I'm going to take a quick look at the head, take him off the stand. When I got him, I didn't actually know how to pose him. The stand itself is adjustable. You can make it sort of crotch length, or I think arm length. I didn't know how to pose him at first, but unfortunately, crotch length seemed to be the better way. He stood up a bit more straight, insert your own joke there, and it just looked overall better. So I think it's really just down to you how you want to display it. The Bib Fortuna figure had a similar telescoping stand, and we'll have a look at that at a later date, obviously. Take a quick look at the sculpted head. I think it's absolutely superb. I've seen a lot of sculpted Duros heads. Some are better than others. I've actually got another custom Duros Jedi, which I need to show off at some point. But I adore the head sculpt on here. They have done such a fantastic job of taking the Clone Wars style Cad Bane and translating him to a realistic style. The eyes have a gorgeous sheen to them. You can't really see the pupils in them, which is a bit of a shame, but then again, Duros pupils aren't actually as visible as Neimoidian pupils. Lovely, lovely texturing and weathering on the head. Perfect head shape. They've captured him perfectly. And, I mean, you can tell it's Cad Bane. He's got that beautiful expression, those eyes. He does have particularly, narrow or rather long eyes for a Duros compared to other Duros. Individuals like Ellis Medak and Banis Keeg. But, yeah, I have absolutely zero complaints about the head sculpt, which, again, is the main bit for me. They've done a superb job. I won't be able to talk too much about the figure at length, again, because I'm not too familiar with Sideshow's figures, but he's got full articulation. I'll try to show that off a bit. Ball-jointed, what are they called? Shoulders, elbows, twisty wrists, swivel wrists, rather. Ball-jointed head and neck, so you've got two different points of articulation, one at the top of the neck, one at the bottom. Ball-jointed chest, which actually doesn't work very well with the armour. Ball-jointed hips, ball-jointed knees, ball-jointed ankles. Everything is more or less ball-jointed, so you can put him in a variety of poses. I may actually do that at one point. I don't have the space to actually display him posed at the moment, but hopefully one of these days, when my other half and I have moved into a house, I actually will. Comes with a nice helmet, fits very snug. No, it doesn't. I take that back. I don't think I've actually tried to put the helmet on. That's embarrassing. I don't think I've actually tried to put the helmet on him until now. Although having another look at it, I think you actually have to remove the Cad Bane head to put the helmet on. Not going to happen, but he does look nice posed actually with the helmet. Take a very quick look at the accessories. This is the box he came in. As you can see, contains a few hand replacements. The wrists are removable. You can take the hands out and put him in a variety of poses. Got a standard sized blaster there. And onto the bigger tray of accessories, he's got sort of a longer blaster rifle, more hands, more posed feet, so that it's easier to pose him on bent knees. So you've got that sort of toe flex going on, a jetpack, and a backpack, which I'm going to take out and show you, which actually works, everything. So if you were looking to pose this in a diorama, or if you're one of those rich parents and just wants to get their child a very, very, very expensive toy, you could potentially fill that backpack with things and pose him or play with him. Hurts just to say it. Speaking of which, the price of this, I believe he was $150, not including tax or shipping. I actually did have to get him shipped from America to the UK. Funnily enough, even with customs and everything, it still worked out cheaper than to buy him from Sideshow UK. So make of that what you will, wherever you're based. I think it's a fairly good deal for what the figure is. More than anything, I thought it was a perfect deal, you know, for a 12-inch Duros. As I'm sure you're aware, Sideshow's figures do tend to be on the pricier and higher end of collectibles, so again, make of that what you will. I was happy to pay it. They will happily do sort of payments in segments. I think I paid $50 a month for 3 months to get him paid off. Then came shipping, and unfortunately I did get hit by customs a bit later. That won't happen in America. You'll just get tax and shipping. Again, if you're in Europe, you will almost certainly get customs. There's not terribly too much more to say about this, not least because I don't know entirely what to say. It's a great figure. It's beautifully detailed. The armour is spectacular. It fits him perfectly. I believe it's actually removable and everything. You can take the feet off, slide the armor off to put him to bring him down to the sort of the undersuit, the jumpsuit, so to speak. The jumpsuit itself is textured. It's sort of corrugated. It's a soft material, so you can still pose him in it. I don't actually know what he looks like under the jumpsuit, believe it or not. I'm kind of hoping he'll be blue all the way throughout, but I've got a feeling they won't quite have gone that far in terms of detail. So I, of course, am just leaving him as this for now. It's a fantastic figure. It's a unique figure. I don't think we're going to see another one like this for a while, if ever. I wholeheartedly recommend picking this up for your collection, whether you're collecting Cad Bane, or Star Wars in general, or especially Clone Troopers. If you're collecting Clone Troopers, this is going to be a very unique figure to have in your collection, because you can convert between a Clone Trooper and a Duros. I'm not actually sure if they've made a Denal figure from Sideshow. So if they haven't, basically you've got a 2-in-1 figure here. You've got Denal and you've got Cad Bane. The only downside is you won't be able to remove the helmet to reveal the actual Denal face underneath. The only thing that I think would have been a little bit more interesting is in the episode, Cad Bane was actually injured on his arm and he bled green blood, which actually confirmed my theory that Neimoidians and Duros had green blood, by the way. I think it would have been really interesting to have a removable armour piece that did have the green blood on him. They did do that on the Hasbro figure, which I'll show off at a later date, but at the same time, again, if you're planning on using this figure more as Denal than Cad Bane, it would make sense to not have him oozing green slime. So that's my only very, very, very minor complaint. Otherwise, it's superb. It was worth the wait. It was worth the money, and I wholeheartedly recommend everyone pick one of these up if you're able to. That's it for now, though. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a share. If you fancy these videos, if you like listening to the ramblings of a mad woman, subscribe to my channel. Other than that, though, thank you very much indeed, and may the Force and Neimoidians be with you.